Hello, hello. Welcome to 2020. It's a new decade. It's a new dev stream. My name's Rich Metzen. If you haven't caught us before, this is the off-grid dev stream where we mod, make, and play hacking games. You've got just me all to yourselves tonight. I haven't got Path or McFly or Lowry or any of our often-time guests with us tonight. And I'm actually testing out a new network connection. So please do make sure you holler at me in the chat in various places. That reminds me, actually, I need to make sure that I pull up the right chat in the right places. But yeah, essentially, the idea tonight is to play around a bit with the NT4 Level Editor and make our own level within that game. So you know, we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a bit of wrangling to do. It's a bit of a blind attempt, so by all means, shout at me if you've done it before and I'm doing it completely wrong. I'm more than up for taking some guidance. Let me just make sure I've got the restream chat up. There we go. Is that doing it? Restream chat. Yeah. Just a second then. Yeah, make sure you do say hello in the chat. One of the things that I'm really keen to check out is whether, that's making me do a capture, whether it's all working nicely in Steam Broadcast. So if you're in Steam Broadcast, shout, say whether it works, say that it doesn't work if it doesn't work. Hopefully it all does. See what, I'm just gonna quickly click through to the Steam Broadcast for exactly that reason. It'll be somewhere here. There we go. Steam Broadcast, that's the one. You can go to our Steam page as well, that'll find it. Yeah, it looks like that's running, doesn't it? Cool. Well, yeah, say hi in the chat in Steam Broadcast if you're there. Oh, you know what? I'll log in properly to that as well. I'm a complete amateur when it comes to the streams. I've never got the right services sorted out, so bear with me just a second. I'm going to get in there too, and we'll be all good. So I hope you've had a fun festive period. I hope it was full of shenanigans and good food. And yeah, without too much further ado, let's do a quick dip into some Night Team. Yeah, let's do that. Owen says broadcast is working. Palatora says Palatora, why are you saying So the stuff we are looking at tonight, or today, or this morning, depending on which part of the world you're in, and it won't be far off of morning pretty soon over here. So if you've paid attention to our streams before, Tonight we've been doing a series of the NT4 hacking game, which is a fantastic hacking game from Alison Smith. That's it here. You play kind of as an agent of a shady agency, doing shady things, hacking things you shouldn't, and generally being a little bit naughty. So you should have seen us play through some of that already. The thing that we're going to do tonight is we are going to play through a little bit of one of these hive mind community levels. So let me just oh no, switched out. Basically, the hive mind is all of the level editor made levels by the community. Palatura says, interested in how this will go. Are you skeptical of my ability to fly by the seat of my pants, Palatura? So, yeah, we're going to have a spin in one of these community levels. We probably won't play it for very long. We're just going to have a look at what people have done. We might look at one or two of them, see what kind of depth people have put together. And then we're going to have a spin around in the editor tool itself. Just to get an impression of what the tools are like, what type of mission you can create with the level editor, which is in beta currently. But as far as I'm aware, it's quite well fleshed out already. And we'll make a start on one of our own missions, and it might feature some of our friends from the off-grid world, some of the IRL hackers that, if you're a regular viewer, you will know are friends of ours, pop in and cameo in various ways at various times. So, I was chatting on the Discord for NT4. If you're interested in checking out the NT4 Discord at some point, it's on ARG on Discord. I think it's Discord GG/ARG or Discord GG/alternate reality gaming or alternative reality gaming. Now I'm gonna have to check it, aren't I? Let's go check this. Alternate reality gaming. Why don't I just post a link? That would be the best. Oh, will it not let me? Invite people. Yeah, it's Discord GG/ARG. And you can join that community here. Yeah, so I was chatting on the server with a community member called Joris, who's made a level editor level, and I thought it'd be nice to check their level out. So let's give it a spin. Let's start hacking. So, first clue we have is gain access to the trading outpost in the right hand corner. So trading outpost. Network mapping. Okay. Well, there's no networks at all that I have access to currently. This is in fact even a window that I haven't come across yet in the campaign. I did get forewarned I should play the entire story mode before jumping into the hive mind stuff. But as you know, on the off-grid dev stream, we like to just stick our thumbs in the air and give things a crack. So here we are. So I guess we probably want to do some DNS and vhost gathering. I don't know whether Yoris & Co. Construction Limited is going to be a domain. Possibly. But that would require just completely guessing.
Turbine C2 registry.
Oh right, yeah. Well, so I've still got all of my turbines, or oh yeah, no, they seem to be available in here, although they won't be related. Okay.
Hive mind
No,
network.
I've done that wrong. Okay. Gain access to the trading outpost. I mean, I just need a network name to start with, don't I? Well, Palatura, this is where I call on you. This network mapping window is new to me. I noticed it in a couple of the other HiveMind levels that I opened up to have a quick gander at. So, is Yoris HVM. Yoris HVM at the bottom is just the file name for the mod, or for the level, I believe. Just shows the network layout as you discover. Yeah, I figured so. But so I need an entry point. And you've a domain. What is that? What the trident in the middle is? Oh, my screen is bugging out. Oh, Joris.hvm is a domain. Okay, so Jedi, sorry, Jedi Omen, you were correct. It's me just assuming that that's just the file name. Okay, all right.
Information gathering module initiated.
Right then, so. So is the starting point for each level always the name of the file that the HiveMind is? Yes, Palator. I do remember that you had to start attacking the domains. I just wasn't aware that that Yoris.hvm was domain. Right, so is it, or is it S50? T50. God, I might have to mess around with my screens. Something is bugging out. Right, we've got the mobile version. Cool, I'm going to have to reacquaint myself with how to play this all over again, aren't I? It's amazing how much you forget in a small period of time that that you're away from something like this. So, well, let's just start making some notes. Which is Control N for notes. Yeah, it was. Yoris.hvm. So we have m.nice. Right. Okay.
Information gathering module initiated.
So fingerprint is like touch. So right. 480 Apache. I can't remember what. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Apache server. For the longest time, the pun in Apache server went completely over my head. Right, exploit DB.
Gathering module initiated.
No known vulnerabilities on that one. Okay, so that was mobile, right? That was. Right. So let's just try fingerprinting. Ooh. Well, that's Apache as well. Maybe it's no different to the mobile site. No. Oh, well, of course, yeah. I mean, it's running the same version. Okay, that's no on either of those, so I guess we maybe just extend our time. See whether we get anything else. But so, I mean, just thinking of this from the perspective of a level editor, we're going to be setting up domains that you can then fuzz for, and linked subnets and subdomains. We're going to be setting up what they are running on, or what services they are running, and whether they're vulnerable or not. And then obviously you can search. I wonder whether you can limit which exploits are available in the exploit database, or whether you just have to pick a version that is vulnerable or not. And then on top of that, I suppose another question is that always going to be the case, or does within the 19.4 world, or the hive mind, do different versions get patched at different times? Could your editor level end up being well, I suppose it would just break it, so the answer is going to be no, but it would be kind of funny if the dev team were patching various vulnerable servers, patching them at different times to make different levels more difficult. It would probably just make them impossible, though, potentially. Omen says, OG development coming along? Yep, we're cracking on. It's what we do. What have I been working on today? Well, actually, I've got some interesting stuff with one of our funders called Creative England going on this month. So I have been preparing decks for them. We've got an event down in Bristol with them, and then at the BFI, the British Film Institute, which I can't say very much about, I don't think, but it's a creative industries investors event, which is kind of cool to get invited along to. So yeah, what's Pontus been up to? Pontus has been importing various modular sections into Level Kit for some pipes and cables, which is kind of fun. And Andre has been working on something I'm not allowed to talk about either, which is under NDA. Not my NDA, under NDA by a specific partner of ours who is quite NDA happy. They are a large business, and I'll say no more. Right, so we've got a bunch of domains. We've tried 2 of them out. We haven't tried remote or support, so let's try those. Bum bum bum. I suppose the other thing that you have to set up is what these objectives in the top right hand corner are going to be with your editor level. As everything else has been on Apache 2.4, so support, which is not a great one to be out of date, but it looks like support is 2 versions behind, so let's give that a prod. There we go. Stack-based buffer overflow. Love a good buffer overflow, although clearly you have to be persistent with them because they're not reliable. Right. Earlier, Apache remote attackers to execute arbitrary code through TCP over IP via a long host header or host header. This vulnerability is covered in your Alpha Exploit Kit. I'm sure I've come across Alpha Exploit Kit, but I'm sure we can give it a crack. So, how do I do this stuff again? It's not Hydra. No, Hydra's password. Working. Well, I'll try and remember where the exploit crafting stuff is. Exploit database, WI scanner wasn't. Network intrusion. Oh, Fox Acid, that's what it was.
Acid server connection initiated.
So, TCP over IP. The exploit is in your alpha exploit script apparently. So rootkit HMV mount or after midnight. I never worked out, like, I assume that these little badges are how advanced they are, I believe. After midnight seems to always succeed, so I'm just going to stick with that. Target URL. Target URL was support. Target technology was Apache 2.2. Yeah. Target port was it 80? Yeah. Alright, let's give it a crack.
Fox acid attack launched. Fox acid
We're
attack
in.
successful.
Paltora, the badge is different types of rootkits. Assassin rootkit for getting X key score entities from vulnerable WMIs to that rootkit. HMB mount for trading outposts after midnight for VPN access. Okay. Right. So it's actually HVM mount that I need then. So let's try that again then.
Fox acid server connection initiated.
That's when you find HVM trade technology. Yeah, I mean, Assassin gets X key score entities, so that makes sense. I know, obviously VPN access gives you kind of man in the middle and various other bits, but I'm not sure I've come across trading outposts before, so I'm gonna have to just bluff through this.
Fox acid.
Oh right,
Fox
okay.
acid attack failed.
Oh, it wasn't Apache. Yeah, it was Apache Dash to right.
Fox acid attack failed.
Okay, so I can't do HVM mount on that particular.
Fox acid attack failed.
Trading outposts are exclusively hive mind stuff. That would be why I haven't come across them then. Okay, right, so this doesn't have anything to do with the trading outpost, this is just VPN access. So what we now want to do is jump into that VPN. Well, I might run the vulnerability.
Fox acid attack launched. Fox acid attack 6 connection completed.
Right, so I'm on that network again, or I'm on that Turbine C2 card. So, well, I can't remember what I need to do from here. I want to go and have a look around, don't I? The file browser? No place like home. No, don't want that. That's all just stuff to do with the main game. Logs. Well, log can't do anything with that. Right, well, there's nothing for me here. Well, let me have a think. Yeah, so Jedi Omen says it says gain access to trading outpost, but it didn't clear when you jumped on support.joris.hvm. Yeah, that I think I don't know for sure. We got Mike Talk. Mike Knott has signed in and said hi on Steam. Sorry that I didn't see that straight away. Hopefully that wasn't that long ago that you said hello. Hi, Mike Talk. You talked. Well, one of the things that I hadn't really considered with jumping in to do a stream is I'm supposed to have my leg elevated all the time at the moment because I have ruptured my Achilles tendon, and the blood is actually running to my foot in a slightly awkward manner. And so I probably need to try and stick it up some way. Let's see if I can get it on stream. See my leg? No, I just look like I'm sat awkwardly now. This is the weird boot I have to wear. I look kind of like some kind of cyborg, actually. Looks kind of cool with a webcam. Leg reveal. Samantha's is now a cam girl on Twitch. It's like, that would be a real sort of fetish specialism, wouldn't it? Like, injury cam girl. Ooh, no, that sounds like some kind of sort of driller killer type movie. So yeah, I need to try and keep my foot up because it's gonna start hurting. Right, well, any thoughts on? I mean, I've gotten onto that support network. I should be able to do something from here. There's nothing in the file browser. I don't need a network intrusion tool at this point because I'm on that network. That's my PC. Well, I thought, really? So I have to put support in here. I always thought that. No, I always thought that, like, if you did localhost, it was local to whatever network you were using via the turbines. I got that completely wrong. It is highly likely I've got that completely wrong, but please let me know if I've got that completely wrong, because you can't put a domain in like that. Investigate the WMIs, the internal subdomains. There's fuzzer. Okay. Sounds like a good plan. What in? Okay. I thought that sfuzzer was just for top level domains. Yeah. sfuzzer isn't supported on subdomains, only on root domain names. Dun, dun, dun. You've got that completely wrong. Investigate the WMI as the internal subdomains. Oh no, I haven't run WMI scan.
Information gathering module initiated.
Okay. Right. Right. Yeah. Okay. So I need to work out some creds for this though. I won't be here forever. Better remember the game mechanics. It's true enough. Yeah, I mean that was the whole idea. It was I was going to get my head around this so that when Path is around for the next stream, we'll have a go at trying to put something together. SFuzzer gives the subdomains, WMI scan gives the internal paths. Yep. So okay. Well, I think we'll leave that there for now and try and find another one because I don't have any usernames or passwords or any kind of individuals that I can look into just yet. Right, so the other one to support, what did we have? Remote. Let's try remote. That sounds like it's worth having a bit of a poke on. Where's a fingerprint tool when you need it? Over here? No. Active Directory might be worth checking out too. Okay. Well, let's do remote first. With a fingerprinting tool.
Information gathering module initiated.
Oh, that's on 2.4, so that's up to date anyway. Okay.
Information gathering module initiated.
Okay. Well, at risk of sounding like a Nancy, my leg is not something I can elevate properly in this position, so we're not going to run a long stream like I so often do. But I really do want to check out these modding tools just quickly with you folks. So I think we're going to just leave that here for now. I know we haven't really poked very much around in the hive mind, other than basically to show you that the structure is still very much recognizable. So yeah, Yoris, thanks for letting us have a poke around in your community level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the HiveMind dashboard, which is just here. Should be able to see now. And I have never looked at this before. This is where Palatura, that squeaking sound, by the way, is my weird massive boot running against the thing I'm trying to keep it up on. So Palatura has a bit of experience in this, so I'm sure we'll get some input from them. Well, here we go. About the administrator. Okay, well that's just like your mod info. I want to. Let's just do this. Video games is serious business. I wonder whether we zoom this in. Maybe not that much. Hopefully that's a little clearer for you all to see at home. Yeah, so we got to come up with a title. I mean, I think we can, like Omen said, we can base this around Pathfinder a little bit for a bit of fun. Discord tag. Don't know. Right. So where do we name our actual mod? Traits overview. Okay. Well, I mean, this is just more generally what people have achieved on your mod, how they've rated it. You should click Hive Mind Mapping at the top. Aha. There we go. Right, title. Well, Pathfinder is spelled with a small p for a start. Let's call it Pathfinder's Exodus. Enter the root domain of your network. All endpoints will inherit from this config. Okay. Going down the rich path. Let's. This one goes out to all my lizards. .hvm. I guess if everything's going to inherit off of... Oh, right, so it's going to generate... I see. So if everything's inheriting, we're not setting the other domains up. Category: Science, Military, Industrial, Occult, Rogue. Well, I think... Rogue probably... probably describes Pathfinder best. Right. So, this one goes out to all my lizards.hmv. Well, I don't know what this is about. It's just a crest. Right, it's just the logo for the doodah. That'll do. Yeah, this one goes out to all my lizards is probably a bit long. I wonder whether it's too late to change it. Probably is. Oh well. Jedi Omen says, lol, occult, hacking ghosts. I think that probably all relates to some of the stuff in the other Alison Smith games. You can edit the name. Oh, right, okay. Well, let's just call it Lizard HQ then. Mind you, do we... Lobster HQ. Let's call it Lobster HQ for now then. I'm also not 100% sure I want to advocate hacking Lizard HQ's domains. At least not now. Or for now. Right, so one public checklist, one public endpoint, one private endpoint, one turbine C2 card, one trading outpost. Set. Company, a list of comma-separated company name variations. An open source crawler, a list of comma-separated victim email addresses, then define the number of emails that will drop into each category. Okay, so that must be, yeah, that's to do with basically pulling the LinkedIn data. Efficiency threshold. Defines the efficiency threshold for the attack. Right, yeah, I see. So this is all setting up social engineering attacks. Okay. Right. Company name. A list of comma separated victim email addresses. You'd have thought that might be generated. Starting with literally the most complicated feature of the hive mind. It's the first one in the list. Alright, well, let's leave it. Set. Oh right, it just said set over on the side. Turbine C2 card. No, right, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Playfab items there. Subnets. We're gonna have to get a hang of what this is supposed to be. I mean, I'm sort of wondering whether I should log into IRC and a lot of this is kind of over my head at this moment. You have no subnets added to the network currently, so you can't select anything. Right, okay. Okay. Just leave that. Right, okay. I see. Okay, so I've created a social engineering attack that's required to get to this turbine. Eventually, I'm not sure. Public subnet, private subnet. Lol dot run dolly endpoint. Enter a subdomain, optional if you set an IP instead. Yeah, Palatori is saying you created a social engineering attack, sure, but you definitely did not configure it correctly or at all. That's because you told me not to. I'm still working out the way that these nodes are graphed. I can delete it, is what I can do. Sure, that's not too hard to do. That might delete the whole thing. Nope, can't do that. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Yes. I see. Endpoint. Trading outpost account login. I'm starting to get hang on this then. Oh really? Oh no, that did surprise me then. Right. I thought it was going to give me a list of existing technologies. Okay. There's one list showing all technologies created by network administrators. There's a second list showing technologies created by ANS staff. Okay. That's the vulnerability for it. Right. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm going to have to do that again. Right, I see. It's a long list. Oh, I love that Drupal. Let's do that. We should do a Windows 98 or a Java 1.5. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do that then. Well, I have to think what port would be running or open to Java. What ports does Cisco run on? Man. Let's go switches. This is pretty horrendously vulnerable. Right, so well, no spaces, so maybe. CVE. So, Omen, what's well, I mean, I wonder whether it's. I assume it's just going to give us a random number, like, well, when was 1.5 around? That's a long time ago, I assume. Free downloads and reviews. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Early 2000s. Let's 03 CVE. Oh 03. Spectra says, is it proper CVEs that you use or random? I think the idea is you can do whatever you want. So we could look up on ExploitDB a Java 1.5 vulnerability and write it in, or that. I mean, you'd have thought again that there would be a drop down or a list of the existing ones, either by HiveMind or by Alison Smith, like they did with the services. CVE, no children available. The existing CVEs are attached to. That makes sense. Yeah. Meaning that if you add a patch 2.2 CVE, it would add it automatically. Yep. That makes sense. Okay. Well, I think based on sort of the basic fiddling around that we've done, this is a nice little start. My foot, sadly, is starting to really ache, which I think when you're in the position I am in, where you need this thing to heal up quickly, means probably ought to go and stick it on ice. So I think probably going to close up here for now. And this gives us a good starting point for jumping off and getting Pathfinder to help us be a bit creative and come up with a mission, work out who we're going to investigate as part of this mission, and yeah, we can go from there. Says, no worries, glad you did the stream for a bit. So am I. I'm glad that we gave it a spin. It seems like the stream has been pretty stable from what everyone says. Palasaur says, thanks for the stream. I'll try and get the guide finished before the next time you stream, unless you stream really soon. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, if you can throw together a guide for doing the HiveMind editor stuff, well, no, if you can finish up the guide you are throwing together, and let me know, that'd be fantastic, Palatura. Well, we do bi-weekly streams, so I would have said the chances are it's probably going to be in 2 weeks' time. Yeah, if you got it ready in 2 weeks, then great. If not, then we'll just continue prodding until you get the chance. Spectre says, I know I jumped in late, but it's nice to see the process of how HiveMind works. Good. That was what I was hoping for. That is certainly what we were going for. So I'll definitely be doing more of this. I've got loads of NT4 to continue playing, so that as I have been rightly criticised for, I understand and remember the mechanics properly, because there's not much point in making community content if it's going to be too basic for people to enjoy. But well, we'll have some fun with it either way. So yeah, thanks everyone for following along, and yeah, I'll be back in 2 weeks' time. Hopefully my leg will be a bit more healed, or I'll have thought it through a little more, so that I can stream for a bit longer. We managed, well, an hour and a half. That's not too bad. It's not like some of the epics that we've done in the past, but it seems pretty decent. I think we covered some ground. So yeah, thanks for being around and contributing, jumping in the chat, and just generally having a laugh. Palasaurus says, take care, have a fast recovery. Thanks very much. It won't be very fast, unfortunately. It's I've got 6 weeks in this boot thing, and then I think 3 to 6 months of physiotherapy. So it's going to be a long road to recovery, unfortunately. But yeah, thanks for the well wishes. I'll look forward to the guide, and I will see you all soon. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.